It's March. It's March Madness. There is Pilates exercises all over social media. We love March, and we like to use this time as a homage to a set of workouts or a series of exercises that Joseph Pilates put together. I love them, but they're not really diastasis recti or pelvic floor dysfunction friendly. So what I've done is I have modified them, and I've come up with a workout that's inspired by all of those exercises, and all of them are safe for everybody to use despite diastasis recti, pelvic floor issues. These are great for low backs, everything. So come on and join me. We're going to start laying down. I'm trying to stay true to his order as best as possible, but there are some slight tweaks, just so you know, okay? So we're actually going to start laying all the way down, and we're going to start with some pelvic tilts. So you're going to have your feet flat, knees bent. I want you to take a second and release those cheeks, no butt squeezing. Legs are not pushing, they're just there. Can you find your core to tilt your pelvis towards your head? And then take it to your feet. We're just going to rock back and forth. Beautiful. Really should feel yourself kind of connecting into that core to make this happen. Awesome. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to take our feet up into tabletop. I want you to first check into your pelvis. I want it nice and neutral. So if you put your right hands onto your pelvis, your fingers and thumbs should be nice and neutral. Bring one leg up, bring the other one up. Hold that, keep it. Arms come up, bring them down by your sides. You're going to inhale and beat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. You should start to feel your belly warm. The goal is that your pelvis stays nice and neutral with this pulsing. We're keeping our head down so that we don't put extra pressure on that front abdominal wall. Give me 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last set. Exhale. Beautiful. Hands come down. Legs are going to go long. We're going to move into some single leg circles. So again, we want a nice neutral pelvis. Go ahead and bring one leg up. Maintain that neutral pelvis and draw a circle with that leg. The goal is that pelvis does not move. We're going to do 5 each direction. This is 3. Pause and go the other direction for 5. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring that leg down. Let's bring your left leg up and do the same thing. One more. The goal is that you keep that pelvis nice and still so that you're making that hip do all the work. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Go ahead, bring that on down. We're going to bend those knees again. We're going to keep them knees bent. The goal here is to keep your knees exactly the way they are. Try not to open them or close those knees up anymore. We're going to do some tabletop work to work on getting that lower abs firing a little bit more. So hands are down by your sides. Really focus on keeping a nice neutral pelvis so that you're not arcing or tilting while you do the exercise. I like to imagine I have like a tail kind of coming right out like where the bottom of my tailbone is, and I think about keeping that connected to the mat. I don't know if that image helps. Keep that tailbone down, float those legs up, and bring them back down. Maintaining that tailbone connection. Up again. 2, 3. Core should be nice and strong and engaged. 4 and 5. I think this one, the biggest tendency is to kind of dump your back, and I want you to really resist that urge. Beautiful. Okay, bring those down. Bring one leg up again. Bring the other one up. Now stay here check in. Can you put a little bit of, there should be some space there. Extend one leg long and switch it. And keep switching. Last one. Good. Go into tabletop again, and we're going to do double. But I don't want your double to go long. I want you to really think more diagonally up towards the ceiling so that we don't put too much pressure again on that abdominal wall. And you can keep that nice neutral pelvis. And 8. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring those on down. That was fantastic. We're going to roll ourselves up. So come on up. Sit up nice and tall. This is called spine stretch. I love spine stretch. It is all about actually opening up your mid back. So sit up nice and tall. This is really important. I want you to find those sit bones. Even if you have to move those cheeks to kind of sit yourself up nice and tall, that's going to help you get into your hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings, bend your knees a little. So the goal is really to find this posture, not the straight leg. So if you got to bend those knees a little to do that, please do, or sit on a blanket, okay? All right, so we're sitting up nice and tall, arms in front. I want you to imagine you have a wall right at that lower core. You're going to hollow out and reach over it and stack. Do that again. Ideally, you're feeling this opening and stacking right in that mid back. I kind of think about like right where my bra line is. Beautiful. 2 more. Fantastic. Sit up. Nice. Now, we're going to work on a little bit of core connection with balance. I call this balance ball. It's to place rolling like a ball because I think this skill is really important for us to get in there. I'm going to have you grab your knees, so pull your legs in. You're going to think about rounding out your back a little bit. Take one palm and put on one shin. Take your other palm, put it on the other shin. I'm going to have you lean back a little and float those legs up and try to balance, keeping this connection. Once you have your balance and you want to make it a little bit harder, can you tilt your pelvis back to rock? Just a smidge and pull yourself back up. So it's a really subtle tilt, and you're controlling all of it from your pelvis. From that lower core is what's tilting to take you back a little and pulling you back up. It's really working on some of that pelvic connection. Beautiful. Last one. Awesome. Sit yourself on. Back up. You are going to roll yourself all the way down. We are going to do a modified version of corkscrew. So again, head is down. Head is down through all these exercises because when we pick it up and flex it, we put a ton of pressure right down that center linea alba, which is very dangerous for diastasis recti. And if you do have abdominal wall weakness, it really does put a lot of stress there. That's not really needed. So I like to do all of this with my head down so that I can work on that neutral pelvis and really work on that posturing and get those muscles firing correctly. So head stays down. Be mindful that you have neutral pelvis. You've got a little bit of space underneath the in that lumbar curve. Hands down by your sides. Bring one leg up to tabletop, bring the other. Keep that neutral pelvis. Legs are going to go up towards the ceiling. Can you pull them towards you a little and circle them around? When you get to your head, you're going to stop and go the other direction. So what I would love for you to do is really focus on keeping those shoulders connected to the floor and see if you can find this circular motion from your pelvis. Beautiful. One more. All the way around. Stop and go the other direction. Awesome. Go ahead and bring those legs down. Take a deep breath. We're going to roll ourselves back up for saw. So we're going to sit up again, nice and tall on those hip bones. Again, bend your knees if you need it. Arms are going out to the sides. You're going to rotate from your center. You're going to think about taking your pinky and sawing off your baby toe on the opposite side. Back arm reaches behind you. I like to flip my thumb down and reach up towards the ceiling. Come back up, stacking up. and turn to the other direction. This is a great hip opener. One more. Beautiful. Come on down, rest those arms. We're going to flip on over onto our stomachs. So come on and meet me down on the mat. I like to take my hands, I like to stack them on top of each other, and I like to rest my forehead on that hand. Keeping your forehead and your hands connected, I want you to engage your core. So I don't want you kind of just like letting everything droop onto the mat. Engage, pull that navel towards your spine. I like to feel length out of my toes, out of my head. Head is on hands. Keep it connected and slowly raise that head up, elbows out to the sides, and bring it back down. Do that again. Two more. The goal here is to feel yourself lengthen, not just dump into your back. Nice. Okay, we're going to stay with our head down, connected to our hands, and we're going to do some single leg lifts. So you're going to raise one leg up and bring it back down. Do the other side. Awesome. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring your elbows underneath you so that you have a little bit more of an arc and try to do it. So the goal here is not to lift your pelvis up. I want your pelvis to stay down and connected, your core connected. So we're not raising by lifting upwards. We're raising from our glutes. Beautiful. Okay, so now, can you find a little bit of a float of both? Flex your feet and pull them towards your butt and extend them. Towards your butt and extend them. Kind of 2 pulses in. The goal is that those thighs stay floating a little bit if you can. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring that on down. Why don't we roll ourselves up? Just go into a quick little child's pose to stretch a little. Awesome. Come on up. We're going to sit, turn, sitting upwards. Okay. We're going to do, I love these. They're called half roll downs. I love it because it really helps me become more aware of what my pelvis is doing and how my pelvis can control my whole body. So I'm going to have you sit, knees bent, feet flat. We're upright on those sit bones. Hands are going to go behind your knees. Elbows are up to the sides. I want you to tilt that pelvis back, slowly rolling yourself open, and curl back up. So you're rolling down about halfway. Your hands are kind of helping to support you a little bit, to slow you down so that you can find that tilt in your pelvis. Beautiful. Now try without the hands. Just going to do 3. Last one. Awesome. Come on back up. That was beautiful. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down for scissors. So arms out. Curl yourself all the way down. Legs go long. Again, head is in, down. Pelvis is neutral. Hands are down by your sides. Float one leg up into tabletop. Float the other one up. Maintain that nice neutral pelvis. Legs go up towards the ceiling. Grab one leg and pull it towards you as the other one goes down. Pull it. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 2, 2. Last set. Beautiful. Bring those legs down. Feet come flat down onto the mat. Hands are down by your sides. We're going to do some bridges. So Pilates bridges are all about spine articulation. I want you to tilt that pelvis towards your head a little and slowly peel yourself up one vertebrae at a time, sending that energy out over your knees. Keep that energy going over your knees as you curl yourself down. And bring your pelvis back. Give me 2 more of those. It's all about the peel, the stretch, and the slowly pulling yourself back down. I like to imagine I'm almost lengthening towards my heels as I'm doing this. Nice. Take a second. We're going to come on back up. to sitting for a spine twist. I'm going to modify spine twist a little bit. I'm going to show you two versions. I like to do it with some genie arms to start. So I like to sit up nice and tall, find those sit bones, find that upright posture. Hands are crossed in front of you, and you're going to just turn side to side. This is going to help you start to become more aware of it coming from the center. Perfect. Now, if you want to deepen that stretch, go ahead and turn, send one arm behind you, one arm in front, and stretch. Bring that arm back around. Do the other side. Turn, send one arm out, other one, and stretch out of both of those hands. Beautiful. And come on back down. We're going to roll ourselves back on down for a version of control balance. We're going to take our legs up to the ceiling. Again, keep that tailbone down so that you're not dumping into your pelvis. I really don't want you pushing your back down. Beautiful. One leg is going to stay up. One leg is slowly going to lower down to the floor. Bring it back up. Do the other side. So flex that foot, tap the floor, and bring it back up. A lot of core work here. It's all about maintaining the stability so that you can find the extension out of the back of your leg. Last set. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring those on down. That was fantastic. Okay, we're going to roll ourselves back up for boat hold. So this is a modified version of teaser, coming up into a full teaser from the floor up with a lot of pressure on that abdominal wall. So we're going to start sitting instead so that we can get that stability, the core stability challenge. Go back into that, knees bent, feet flat, you're on your pelvis. Go ahead and tilt yourself back a little bit. Bring one leg up into a tabletop, bring your other one up. Find your balance, extend one arm, extend the other. Hold for 5, 4, 3, see if you can bring those knees together, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and come on down. Take your hands, you're going to put them behind you. Zip those legs up. I want knees together, thighs together, feet together. Your feet are going to stack on top of each other with this one. So I like to just be on my tippy toes, and I'm going to rotate to one side. Beautiful. Come back up through to the other. So you're kind of just passing through those toes. Your toes are not pushing. Last one. Beautiful. Awesome. We are actually going to turn back over onto our stomachs for swimming. All right. So swimming is, again, arms are going to go long, legs are long. It's all about extension. It's not about going into your back. So if you feel yourself really aching across that low back, I want you to back off a little bit and really start focusing on extending. So I'm going to have you float your head up, look towards your hands, engage that core to support that back. Again, raise one arm, one leg, do the other side. Beautiful. So we're only going to be raising one side at a time. So it's opposite arm and leg. And you really want to think about sending energy out of that while you're looking forward. And again, you should not be feeling this in your back. Core is nice and strong to support that. It's all about extension. Awesome. Last one. Beautiful. Come on in. We're going to do a elbow plank. So pull your arms in, curl those feet under, pull yourself up, and hold. Think about sending energy out your heels, out the top of your head. Think about pulling your navel towards your spine. Really try to keep those hips parallel. Come on back down. That was great. And come up to kneeling. This is a kneeling side kick. So the idea is to get a little oblique action in. So arms are going to be out to your sides. You're going to tilt yourself down, touch the floor, extend that leg. Now, can you make it go forward and back? You can even put your hand on your hip so you're aware of what your hip is doing without your pelvis dumping. 2 more. 4, awesome. Leg goes out extended, pull it in, float yourself up, and go to the other side. Engage that core. Foot comes forward and back. Last one. Awesome. And float yourself back up. We're going to go down and do, it's called side bend. It's a version of a side plank, but it's more active. I really like this. You are going to stack your knees. You're on your elbow. Hand goes onto your hip. I'm going to have you pull it up and pull it back down. So you're just raising your hips up into a side plank and then taking it back down. You can bring your arm up if you would like to. Work on engaging those thighs, keeping them squeezed nice and tight. Awesome. Let's do the other side. It's a little oblique action as it's raising and lowering and controlling it. Beautiful. Hand on your hip. On that elbow, raise up, bring it back down, and tap. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Awesome. Come on up to sitting. We're going to do some roll downs. Okay, so roll downs are all about your pelvis. They're not about kind of pulling through your neck and your shoulders and your core. Okay, so you're going to start with sitting up nice and tall, arms in front. Tilt that pelvis, slowly curl yourself down. Arms go up overhead, beautiful. Bring them back. As you pull your head up, I want you to reach for the sides of your legs. Try to slide along them. It's going to help you find that core and not going to your neck, okay? So let's do that again. Arms in front, tilt all the way down, go up overhead. Bring it back, go to your hips, tuck, and curl yourself back up. One more. Nice. Stay up here for a second. Okay. Bend those knees. We're going to actually do rolling like a ball. Okay. So pull your knees in. Same position as earlier. You're going to take your arms and palms go to your shins. Elbows are out to the sides. And we inhale. As you exhale, tilt that pelvis back. Roll and catch yourself. Do that again. One more. It's all about control and balance. Beautiful. All right, we are going to turn back over onto our stomach for the last time for Superman and push-ups. So we're down. Superman is all about same as swan and swimming with that extension. So arms are going to go in front. Inhale. Exhale, raise head, arms, and legs. Hold. Really think about extending instead of dumping into your back. Bring it back down. Do that again. Back down. Last one. Beautiful. All right. Pull your arms back. You can do your push-ups however you would like. You can do them kneeling. You can do them on your feet. All I want is form. So I'm going to do them on my knees because I feel like I have better form that way. So hands go in line with your shoulders. If you're doing it on your knees, you don't want to be on the tops of your knees. You almost want to be like near, like where your thighs meet your knees. Nice strong plank. We're going to do 5. Bend down and push back up. 1, 2. Keep the core engaged. Keep those shoulder blades connected on your back. Don't pop off of it. Last one. Beautiful. Oh, you guys are doing great. We have one more exercise. It's called ceiling steps. Okay? So you're going to lay yourself down. Back onto your back. Feet are going towards the ceiling. So hands down by your sides. Feet just up towards the ceiling. Remember again, neutral pelvis. I want you to just try to pull your butt up and back down. The goal is that's coming from your lower core, You're taking it as far as you can, and you're not letting momentum take over. It all comes from your lower core. Last one. Beautiful. Bring these down. Just rotate side to side. Other way. Awesome. Roll yourself up. Let's just sit cross-legged for a second. Sit up nice and tall and take a deep breath. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this March Madness inspired workout. And till next time, live long and strong. Bye now.